journey of our institution and our dear students. Before beginning the event, I would request our faculty, Chef Pradeep De, Chef Mittal Shah, Chef Zareen, Chef Keval Chauhan, Chef Smriti Parikh, Mr. Vatsal Oza, to please come on stage. Mr. Anil Mulchandani, Mr. Pradeep Chona, Chef Gaurav Lavanya, Chef Surya Narayan, Chef Suresh Khanna, Mr. Abhishek Anand, and Mr. Abhishek Jani to join our faculty for lighting the lamp.
From Chittorgarh, an aspiring chef from the current batch of Diploma in Culinary and Pastry Arts at MTAC. Manju's The Art of Cooking, also known as MTAC, is the most sought after name in Gujarat, founded by Chef Pradeep De, who is the head chef and director of our institute. MTAC brings forward an era of both long-term and short-term courses in the field of culinary and pastry, making it easy for the students with passion for hospitality industry to select their courses as per their preferences. MTAC International Culinary School is the first culinary school in Gujarat which has been certified by the City and Guilds of London, which is the globally recognized name in the field of vocational education. City and Guilds London is the only culinary certification which is in collaboration with the World Chef Organization. In addition to our international certification, we are also certified by the National Skill Development Corporation of India, awarded and felicitated by the Times of India for pioneers in Gujarat in the year 2020. MTAC strives to go beyond boundaries to ensure students across Pan-India have access to its desired across. I would now like my colleague Sudhamni to take over.
A very good evening to all our esteemed guests and students present here. I am Shodhamini Datto. I have travelled all the way from Calcutta to pursue a diploma in Patisserie Arts at here Manju's The Art of Cooking. Needless to say, I am an aspiring pastry chef. 2022 is a milestone year for MTAC. We have completed 10 successful years in the industry with thousands of happy students who are either placed in reputed hotel chains such as Taj, Novotel, and even internationally in the United Kingdom and France, or have commenced their own businesses. Our head chef and director of MTAC, Chef Pradeep De, had come to Gujarat along with Calico Chocolates to expand their business in Gujarat. While working with them, he observed that the people of Gujarat had a great affinity towards sweets. With this thought, he envisioned his own institute. MTAC was formed to impart his knowledge and expertise to potential students who wanted hands-on training and education in the culinary field. This 10-year journey was certainly not a piece of cake. MTAC gained recognition and approval from City and Guilds after its commencement due to the exceptional services rendered to its students. MTAC has become the student's choice because at MTAC we follow a liberal exchange of ideas and thoughts amongst faculty and students. Our faculty give us the freedom to express ourselves and take into account our feedback after every session. This encourages us to push ourselves beyond the average line of accomplishment and try to make a difference. With this, may I now request Chef Keval Chauhan, our instructor, to please take over the stage.
Greetings to one and all present over here. I'm Keval Chauhan, chef instructor and faculty at MTAC, Manju's Art of Cooking. I have pursued my graduation from IIHM and later I have done my formal training from France and later I have worked as a freelancer, chef and consultant with various well-known brands across the cities. I'm glad to work with Chef Pradeep Dey, who has also been my mentor in past during my college days. It's my great honor to work with him. We have all heard that big things have often small beginnings. MTAC when founded was only under 350 square feet and now it is on the verge of its largest expansion. Trust me, the expansion is very large. Chef Pradeep Dey has served more than 20 years in this industry with well-renowned brand names like Taj, Park and ITC group of hotels. With such a valuable experience, he said he won't stop. His vision is to expand MTAC in various cities and states of India so that students can avail the education they deserve. His friendly nature, enthusiasm makes him favorite of his students. To initiate the event, I would like to thank one and all present over here, all our convocating students, all our alumni and all our guests of honor. So please give a big round of applause for everyone who has joined us. So as I announce the name, I request guest of honor to receive the token. Chef Anokhi Shah, founder and owner of Cafe Sea Salt. Mr. Anil Mulchandani, Ahmedabad's biggest food critic. Mr. Abhishek Anand, West Sales Head of City and Guilds. Chef Suresh, distribution of certificates. First, we would like to proceed with the distribution of City and Guild certificate with Mr. Abhishek Anand. So I would like to call Mr. Abhishek Anand on stage. Please give a big round of applause for Mr. Abhishek Anand. Sir, good evening. It was a great pleasure to have you here. And I would like to request you to enlighten us on the association of City and Guilds with MTAC and also the future of our students with City and Guilds. Thank you.
I was told कि मुझे बोलना पड़ेगा, but शुरुआत मेरे से होगी मुझे नहीं मालूम था. And I do not have anything ready, so अगर कुछ गलती हो जाए तो इच्छा में टुकड़ा. So my name is Abhishek Anand. Yeah, I basically head West Region Pan India for City and Guilds. I've been associated with this company for approximately more than 5 to 6 years. थोड़ा सिटी एंड गिल्ड्स के बारे में अगर मैं आपको बताऊं सो इट इज बेसिकली 140-year-old कंपनी. Queen of Charter is a part of it. It has its presence in more than 80 countries. And we closely work with few of the biggest brands. So we are working with Hilton as of now, McDonald's as of now, in most of the European countries. And we work in more than 28 sectors, and hospitality is our forte into it. So it has a lot of advantages to it. So मैं बोल सकता हूँ उस पर और 1 घंटे के लिए, but probably अगर आपको और कुछ जानना होगा तो you can always visit the website, which is cityandguilds.com. I would just like to mention one thing. When we were expanding around 3 years back, just before pandemic, 1-2 साल पहले, when Ahmedabad there was no market in Ahmedabad, so we were wanting to expand here. And with respect to City and Guilds, they do not really venture or get affiliated to any institute. So there's a lot of research that goes behind that before the lead is approached. And when I was down here with my colleague in Ahmedabad, we had shortlisted 3 institutes to be affiliated with. And out of the 3, 2 got rejected and only 1 got approved. And now you know which institute was that. It was obviously Mr. Pradeep did. And the basic reason for him being affiliated was not about the size of the institute that he had, but the passion and the knowledge that he carried for delivering. Because for City and Guilds, quality is the utmost priority, and if you can carry that well, you are a part of it. So from then onwards, I have been with MTAC and with Pradeep, working along with them, giving certifications, and I've seen him growing. And the kind of future plans that he has, and we would be forming a very good, association with that. So, and I'm sure कि आप सब में से almost everybody is sitting and certified. So, congratulations, you've taken a very good decision. In case आपका कुछ कभी miss हुआ हो, तो you always have this opportunity to do that. One last thing that I would like to tell you, I really do not know how much does he charge you for the course, but what I can tell you is, I'm sure you would have heard about, Rakhi Vaswani, you would have heard about, Vikas Bagul, you would have heard about APCA, you would have heard about Levon. These kind of associations are there only with City and Guilds. And the diploma courses, what are being offered to you at this point of time. These diploma courses are offered in various locations in India. Pankaj Badura, she was a winner in MasterChef. So their institute is also affiliated to City and Guilds. They charge nothing less than 4 5 lakhs to 9 lakhs for the same diploma certificate international course that you will get from here. And if you are getting that kind of diploma out here at a less compared rate, I think it's a steal deal. पहले सिर्फ UK में मिलता था. It is now only probably in last 7 to 8 years, they have expanded in India, and it would be going really strong with it. So I would like to congratulate again Mr. Pradeep Dey for this achieving this milestone, and I wish him that he achieves more milestones for years to come.
Thank you, Mr. Anand, for sharing those lovely insights on our alumni's future with City and Guilds. I request you to please present our convocating students with their City and Guilds. Kritika Thakur, Diploma in Culinary Arts.
Thank you, Mr. Anand, for being with us. To take the event further, I would like to call Mr. Mulchandani, highly acclaimed food critic and a writer with more than 30 years of experience in this field. So please give a big round of applause for Mr. Mulchandani.
So the first time I met him, he was with Daggy Dums, and at that time he was a chocolatier, I think, with that. But then I ordered a baked cheesecake, and then I liked it, so I said I want to meet the chef, and that is how he came out, and that's how I met him. And that is how the journey began. I've seen his journey from that point on. And this is basically, I have seen this institute also grow from its very early years to now. And he has always been inviting me for various milestones. Now the things that I think what we talked about trends. So what has changed? So one thing, for example, is technology. I think that's a no-brainer. Everybody will say that. So when we talk about technology, what has changed is e-commerce, right? So you need to now work on that angle also, now your products are no longer just local. So there was a time when a bakery meant that it is a local bakery and you went to a bakery and bought bread, bought your cake, ordered your birthday cake. Now opportunities are where your product can go anywhere. Like there is an app called Just My Roots where I can order a Christmas cake from Cochin to Amber using that service. So I think that is something that you need to look at also. That one of the biggest challenge in the food industry is perishability. So work also on how your products can be made a longer shelf life using whatever recipes, varying your recipes, packaging, freezing, flash freezing, whatever different methods you can study, use food technology. So that is one thing that I think is growing very big. The other thing is now it is a crowded market, so you have to make yourself different. And obviously with so much talk about sustainability, so there is one school of thought that says, okay, use local. But then there are still people who get impressed, oh wow, you got this from Turkey, or you got this, oh your lotus stem is from Thailand. And then there's another school of thought that goes into, like how can you take up the challenge of picking up something local and creating something out of it. So you have to balance, that is a tightrope you have to balance between these two schools of thought as you go along. So that again is a matter of innovation. So if your edible flowers are not available, what will you use in its places? And to know your topic, one of the big things is how well do you know your ingredient? How well do you know your food? You know how much is the art and science that you go into, the maths. So it's various things. So basically food is a marriage of history and geography. So when you look at your geography where you are located, you know what grows there. When you know what grows there, what family it belongs to, so very often people like me who flunked maths and all and left science and went into other fields, very often we don't realize that this is scientific field. So knowing your family, what family your ingredients belong to, the plants belong to, the ingredients is also very important. Like if you are using fish, then knowing what is freshwater fish vis-a-vis river fish vis-a-vis sea fish, and then the estuarian fish, and then you have the fish that goes up river and well. So knowing your ingredients is when you know your ingredients, you are in control. So if you know, okay, Quinoa is the same family as Rajagri, they are both amaranth, so they are replaceable with minor variation. So I think the second thing I would think is get into the science of your cooking. So the arts you have learned, how to bake, how to do it, but the science of your firing point of your is also something that you should not ignore. Otherwise, so I think the trend, I don't think there is such a thing as a trend. People want food that they enjoy eating. The trends are only in the mind. The trends are in the technology that you can now use to take things forward. 15 years back, to get a recipe out of Australia or to get a recipe out of US, now you just go on Google and get it. So the science is only finding the right one out of the many. It is actually just overload of information that you have. So I think, like I said, sustaining your business or sustaining your profession or sustaining your job, bakery, the gourmet bakery. If you are like Anoki here is doing the sea salt with the very high end and very gourmet kind of bakery. or are you looking at doing a bakery that scales up and goes global and goes around the world? So all this, if you are doing that, maybe you will compromise a little bit on your, the gourmet aspect, and then you might go mass. You might have to go packaging differently. So I think the shapes, sizes, never ever ignore that. If a person is traveling, he does not want to carry something bulky. So having smaller things to carry is important. If it's a party, people need finger food, people need floating snacks. So basically it is about how you research, how you go and don't look at trends. There is no such thing. Just look at your business, your model, and never stop learning. That's my own goal.
Kritika Thakkar, Diploma in Culinary Arts, School Head. Yash Pulwani, Diploma in Culinary Arts. Modi, Diploma in Culinary Arts.
Proceeding further, I would like to call someone who needs no introduction. Founder of Havemore, Mr. Pradeep Chona, who has been an icon of the restaurant industry in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, as well as all over India. His fame has also represented Gujarat on an international platform. It's a pleasure to have you here, sir.
Good evening, everyone. All the stalwarts, they didn't tell me that I have to speak in front of such VIPs. Friends, guests, and definitely the students who have worked so hard. Actually, I also did this class 3 months, 4 months back for 3 months. And like my dad always said, that till the last day of your dying, you keep learning. So that was in my mind, so I kept the classes, I did them. And then I have 4-5 chefs in my central kitchen. I went there and improved quite a few things. So they respected me. We have 2,000 people, but now they respect more because I could now advise and improve 4-5 items. Like macaron biscuit, we don't put eggs, but we used to put, peas, what you call chana water. Here they taught me that keep an expensive potato whiff. So the whole macaron biscuit improved. It was almost like Ladurée of Paris without eggs. So every business is different. We have Hopo, which is fast food, and that's why we keep it a little cheap. Then we had Havemore since 70, it was almost 76 years old company. My father came with 200 rupees here on a trolley and started ice cream all India. He started in Gujarat, I took it to all India, and my son wants to take it all over the world. So from 200, I got an offer. I sold his company for 1,000 crores. So I don't know what he's telling me from up, whether you did right or wrong. But of course, 1,000 crore, 250 crores, the income tax took away. So I I like to, then we have this Huberenoli ice cream. You won't believe 6 months back my son said, why don't you look after, I'm shifting to Dubai temporarily. I made 85 changes. You won't believe. One is a very secret one, but today I'll tell you. We have 30 toppings. Each is of 30 rupees. Now, gems I earn 25 rupees in 30 rupees. And in the M&M I earn only 5 rupees. So, from this side of the counter, I have put a green mark. Where there's profit, there's a green mark. So, if they sell that, they get 2 rupees per topping. So, because everybody in our company just says, what's the sale, what is the sale? I feel that profits are more important. So, we need to go into detail, try to make the profits. And we entrepreneurs, I feel all the students should become one. Like they should feel that after 5 years they're going to start their own business. Like they wanted to make something on Navratri. So I said, if you make ice cream and all, it won't sell. So do one thing. Ideas just float. If I tell you I have 100 ideas. So I told them put a white chocolate on the cone because the sprinklers and the broken gems will become color like Navratri. So, and give it at a discount. So what happens in Navratri time, it's a very colorful cone. Similarly, CG Road, Chimanlal Girdarlal, that is the name actually. It's the granddaughter is a friend of mine. She said, I don't eat supari in your place. I said, why you don't eat supari? Mukhwas, what you call. Well, everybody puts their hand and all. We don't eat that mukhwas. So I said, okay, let me think. It took me 10 days. I decided to make the hole very small. The hand doesn't go, but the spoon goes. So now she eats the supari also. So last, but just want to tell the students that tomorrow you sit down, you've done all this, start your own shop, think that you're going to start one, you will change your attitude. Now you feel that you are just, working for someone. But just decide that after 5 years, I'm going to have a small boutique, like Sea Salt Cafe, she's having that type. And tomorrow, if possible, sit down and write in your diary, next 5 years what you're going to do, which is not possible. You will not be able to write. But if you write, you will be a great person, a successful entrepreneur. Thank you.
Kiloni Ukani, Advanced Diploma in Culinary and Pastry Arts, gold medalist.
She's a very sincere student because she was with me.
Ruchi Kundalia,
It's a real goal.
Ruchi Kundalia, Diploma in Culinary Arts. She is not present with us today, so we will proceed ahead. Hardi Khatri, Diploma in Pastry Arts. Astha Dave, Diploma in Pastry Arts. Pranav Modi, Diploma in Culinary Arts, gold medalist.
Gaurav Lavanya. So I request Chef Gaurav Lavanya to come up on stage. Please give a big round of applause for Chef Gaurav Lavanya. Chef Lavanya holds an incredible experience for 15 years with one of the leading hotel brands of India, ITC Hotels, and now he is currently as an executive chef of ITC Narmada Ahmedabad. Chef, you all know that you are working lately with the pre-opening property, so we would like to have some insights on what goes into planning of pre-opening property kitchen. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, MTAC, to call me in this event today. Me and Pradeep, we have worked together in an ITC hotel long time ago, and this was like my first time coming to Gujarat. So it was a really an eye-opener when I came to Gujarat for the first visit. And to open a hotel, it takes a lot of hard work. It looks very nice when you get posted from a company, from a running hotel to opening hotel. You feel very good that you're going to a pre-opening, nothing to do, nice, you will sit to 9 to 6 jobs. But it's not like this. You come into a place where the equipments are ordered by some engineers. You being a chef, you have to settle that things inside. How you have to settle, you have to plan your work without the manpower. You have to plan the menus into a new city when you come in. So first you have to go and hunt the city out wherever you're going in, see the ingredients, know the people, know the taste, flavors of the people, and then work on it. The most important part in a pre-opening comes into your recruitment and designing your work culture and how you're going to do the work, plan your workplace, because that whole space has been planned by somebody else. In my case, the projects are planned it. They planned it to open in 2020, but because of COVID, everything got delayed, and I landed over here with somebody else planning. The designer has gone back designing, and I have to work in that area and spaces given by them. And the manpower is what we will have to recruit and work on it. So in pre-opening, there's three, whoever goes for pre-opening, I think these are the three important things you have to always work on while making the menu. Is how your kitchen is planned to. Don't go into, if your kitchen is not planned in that way, and you can dream and go and make any menu, but tomorrow you have to think, you have to serve it to the guest. Second, in the ingredients, it should be available locally. If you are doing the place, there can be certain ingredients you have to get it from outside, but most of the ingredients you should see that you can get along locally easily. And the third important part in the menu planning is your manpower, how skilled manpower you can get into. So at present we get, when you open, the most important thing you get near 30 to 40% is the freshers which join you. So you have to plan, you have to train them. So getting a menu out of the freshers is very important. So you have to divide yourself in the manpower department, that you will get some supervisors or senior managers who are well trained, and then you will have some people under them who are freshers, whom you can train, teach in the time being. So do that fast, so you have enough time for people to learn, and you yourself, you should, being a chef, last 3-4 months I was talking to Chef Suresh, because only the person whom I knew over here was him only, and nobody else actually. So we tasted a lot of food, we tasted a lot of things, and whatever food was cooked by the people who joined in, we gave them recipes, they cooked it, sometimes was not good, sometimes was much better what we thought of it. So that tasting part is the most important part, is the time the hotel is open. Because once it is open for the guest. Then somebody else, the guest, who's the god, will come back and give you the feedback. You can't change it after that, because menus are printed, everything is done. So all the best for the students who are passing out. And if you like to stay in this industry, it's a very hard working, but it's a very great industry to work on. It's been me personally being 22 years now, and I look forward to work till the retirement age and post that also. Thank you.
Diploma in Pastry Arts. Gold medal. Sofrani, Diploma in Pastry Arts. Reshma Thakkar, Diploma in Pastry Arts. Salman Ansari, Diploma in Pastry Arts. Jagruti Patel, Diploma in Pastry Arts. Leena Patel, Diploma in Pastry Arts. Dr. Kajal Talreja, Diploma in Pastry Arts. I would like to call Chef Pradeep Dey to please hand over a memento.
Please welcome Chef Surya Narayan. Chef Surya has worked as an executive chef with Hilton, Sofitel, Hyatt Hotels. He is currently serving as an executive chef at Hyatt Regency Ahmedabad. I request you to share the impact of pandemic on luxury segment as an executive chef and how have you dealt with it. Thank you, Chef.
Hi, good evening everyone. Hope what I'm going to speak now, it will not repeat again. Because, and first of all, thank you very much for the invitation, Chef Pradeep and MTAC team. It's been a 1.5 year in Ahmedabad, and still we are. It's thanks to Mr. Mool Chandani who introduced me to the entire culinary fraternity in the city. It was 24th of March 2020. We were called by the general manager, all the HODs we were present in, and he said that we are going to close a few of the hotel floors. So I was handling the 4 restaurants there. I was a executive chef at Hilton Chennai. So we had to shut the 3 kitchens. The chef Gaurav, he just spoke about how to open the hotel, and now I'm talking about how to close the kitchens. Right? So, how to close the kitchen, it was completely a different experience because, of course, I worked 20 years prior to that, and for the last 2 years, what we learned through the pandemic, it was completely a different experience. We had no clue, never taught, and never experienced, never learned anywhere. So how to shut the kitchen, and of course in the previous branch, we were sold out. We did 146 cars from day to closing of the kitchen. It was really very sad part. And how we dealt, it's very important. And of course, we were being an American brand hotel. So there was 60% to 65% the guests were international travelers and across the globe, and the rest 30-35% were Indian guests. So all of a suddenly, you got to serve to all the Indian profile customers and all the expats. Almost 75-80% of expats are checked out, and we are left with only a 35 to 40 guests. In my life, in my entire career, to ask the employees to go. So, and we were given a list. Okay, we were given a list, and we were called by the director of HR and general manager and chef. These are the employees we have decided, and of course we were a part of this. We were completely against to the call, but they had to take the call, saying that we cannot. Of course we cannot. Of course it's an American company. Thanks to the Indian brands and ITC and Taj and Rice and all these things, we did not lay off any of the employees. Then we were told that this is a list, then we have to follow. So it was like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Because how can you do that? Maybe till yesterday, the employee was working with you, he closed the kitchen until 12 o'clock, we were there together, and next day morning you call them, and you have to, because we had no clue how to say. And it was the toughest decision, and it was, I mean, it's very human, I would say. Then I myself completely, I rejected. I said, I'm sorry, I can't tell my employees to take a test. Then, of course, because then we were again called in the presence of the HR, so we have to make them understand, and it was a, very difficult situation, very difficult part. Some of the employees, they had to go back home and stay with their families, and for 6 months or sabbatically, whatever you call it, but they were jobless. It was very difficult, and we had a lot of stock, and how to manage the stock, what to do with that one, right? And again, I had come up with an idea to dry store and vegetables and all these things. We had to give it to the team members, so that at least they can use rice, oils, all the dry grocery items and all these things. At least some kind of support we should give to the employees. Another thing, and we, of course, we had left we have only 10-12 people left in the kitchen. We have to cook about 180 guests. So because the hotel, it was given to the Chennai municipality, and the guests, patients, COVID patient, patients, they were staying in the hotel. So we had to cook 3 meals for them, and only 12 chefs were there, and myself, of course, because being an executive chef. Then it was after many years, we became like a weight hobbies, and you had to pull up your trolley and go to the store. There was no finance department. You open the store, you manage the stock, and you get yourself, you process, you cut, you cook, and also you just do your tray setup, serve, pack the food, and drop at the guest store. It was a completely different experience. And of course, till then we were serving to the luxury customer from across the different parts of the world, and all of a sudden the customer profile had changed. Then that was also very important. And then later on, we had a challenge with products again, because they were not delivering, and there was issues with cash flow, and a lot of other factors. And somehow we managed it, and it was really a different experience. And now I see that a lot of students, the very fresh talent is coming up in the industry. That's very promising. That we are really lacking the talent in the industry now. A lot of this year, 60% of the IHM schools, the seats are vacant, which we came to know through the media. So I hope this will not continue. We can see any talent which is coming up, and it is very good for a culinary world. And how we manage this difficult situation, we just stay focused and got to believe in yourself. That is a piece of advice. I say that whatever you do, being a chef or any other profession or entrepreneur, you just got to believe in yourself. That's what we had. Personally, I feel that this is going to go. This will not stay forever, for sure. That, of course, it took almost 2 years. Then we survived. That it was the last 2 years. It was completely 2020 to 2022. It was completely a different learning. As I said, the learning is completely a new experience. So we can confidently now say, as the chef said, we learn every single day. That is how we keep ourselves moving forward. And I would congratulate all the students who are passing out. And as the chef said, it is a hard work. Yes, it is a hard work. And my personal experience is that it is hard work plus fun. It is not only hard work, and you are blessed and fortunate. You get to meet a lot of people, and you get to see a lot of celebrities. You get to see. I would say that it is. We are very fortunate to be a hospitality profession. It is very, very important, and that's what my personal experience. Of course, it is hard work. Cooking is not easy. Nothing is easy. What I compare, and it is easier than what a farmer is doing outside, under the sun, under the rain, and all these things. If you compare with the farmer, this is easy, right? If you compare with the soldier, it is definitely very easy. And for that matter, and if you compare with your mother, it is very, very easy. That is the most difficult profession and task. If you ask me, if someone asks me that what is the most difficult task, I would say it is homemaker. There is no difficult job than a homemaker job. Right, and what we are doing, it's of course you're getting paid, but the homemaker or what, a mother who is cooking at home in the kitchen and she's not getting paid, right? And I wish you all the best for your bright future, whatever you do. Thank you very much, Chef Pradeep and MTAC team who gave me this opportunity.
Thank you, Chef, for sharing the insight. I would now request you to please felicitate our alumni with a memento. Ms. J. Shah, youngest home baker, who is the record in India Asia Book of Records.
I would like to call upon stage owner and founder of Cafe Sea Salt, Chef Anoki Shah, who holds an incredible academics as well as a professional record to her credit. Presently, she is associated with the project of Safe Soil to increase environmental sustainability. Since, Chef, you are associated with environmental sustainability, we would like to hear a few words on the views and practices on environmental sustainability in commercial kitchens. Thank you, Chef.
Hi, good evening everyone, and thank you for having me here. It's an honor to be here. And congratulations to MTAC for finishing 10 years, and congratulations to you, Chef. Also, congratulations to the graduating students this year. I'm sure you've had a lot of memories that you will cherish for a lifetime. So, speaking of environmental sustainability, when we opened Sea Salt, I had this idea of wanting to do just good food, but doing it correctly. Like, we wanted to blur the lines between folk and field. We wanted to talk to farmers, know what was happening around, source local ingredients like Anil sir said. And we did that. Even if we did coffees or teas, we made sure to use Indian coffees and Indian teas, but actually do it with farms and work with farms that we knew were treating their farmers right. And that was the idea, and that's what we have been doing, and we also have been learning and growing and trying to discover new ingredients. So initially, being sustainable was a marketing tactic. Like a lot of bigger restaurant and hotel groups used it, but now I think it is the need of the hour. Like they suggested that I am associated with the Safe Soil movement. So I'll go a little into statistics just to give you a little bit of an idea. So as per United Nations, they say that in 20 years, the food production will reduce by 40% and our population will rise to 9.3 billion, which means there won't be enough food for all of us and there won't be enough nutritional value to the food because the soil is getting degraded or extinct, which will lead to multitudes of different diseases and malnutrition. So for someone who is directly linked to food and someone who is in the food industry, I feel needs to understand the seriousness of this issue and to also understand how big a role you can play as a part of this industry, right? Products that are from outside, but we are not even aware of what is around us. And in fact, if we actually put in the effort to do some research and look into it, you might realize that this is actually cheaper for us to use and you can get that exotic factor into your menu by creating amazing dishes using this. And you as chefs from this industry have learned global techniques. You know what you can do with it. So let's try and make an amalgamation of these local foods and using global techniques come up with dishes, grow as chefs and be innovative to promote these things, right? And that is something I wish from you, like you as growing chefs and like someone, I do believe that you have to keep learning. So I really hope that being in an F&B industry, you become a little more conscious about the planet, you become a little more conscious about the ingredients, and you really do experiment with this. So yeah, I think I'll just leave with that. I'm hoping to see a lot of you and a lot of your works in the future, and hoping that you are a little sustainable in your approach towards your food.
Thank you. Ms. Priyanka Singh, owner of Cafe Sweet Life. Mr. Shivam Rawal, chef at Cloud Kitchen. Ms. Khushi Patel, owner of Sugar and Plum.
Guest for today is a name popular with everyone in Ahmedabad. He is currently the executive chef at ITC Fortune Landmark, Ahmedabad, Chef Suresh Khanna. So please give a big round of applause for Chef Suresh Khanna. I would request Chef to share his thoughts on some innovative trends of modern Indian food.
Thank you so much for inviting Mr. Chef Day and all the senior person. And मैं आप सबको थैंक यू बोलना चाहता हूँ जितने स्टूडेंट हैं, जितने भी यहाँ सेलिब्रिटी बैठे हैं, यानी कि आपको मिस्टर अनिल एंड ऑल द सेलिब्रिटी, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर इनवाइटिंग, क्योंकि आई वर्क इन लास्ट so many years in Ahmedabad. I had a very long journey. I started my career in 1984. I did a diploma from Coast Institute. I'm working last 25 years in Ahmedabad. Almost everybody knows me. I served to Mr. Modi last 25 years, and Mr. Anil Pulchadani and myself, I met before 10 years. Mr. Pradeep, he joining me, and he told me कि सर काफ़ी कुछ बच्चों ने कुछ क्रिएटिविटी किया है कि एज पर जज के लिए आप एक बनाइए. तो I went to the Mr. in the college and Mr. Anil and Pulchadani and myself. That time really I'm very happy. The very small scale the college यानी कि स्टार्ट किया था, बहुत ही छोटा सा कॉलेज था. Now I'm very happy कि Mr. Pradeep Day he growing and very good in Ahmedabad. Everybody knows. मैं जिससे बात करता हूँ कि आप कहाँ पे कोर्स करते हो, कहाँ पे कॉलेज है, and I think so everybody knows कि वहाँ पे कॉलेज है, is very famous for the bakery. Really I'm very happy and thank you so much Mr. Pradeep Day.
I would request
Done?
Please welcome Mr. Abhishek Dharan. I would like him to share his thoughts on how, as an entrepreneur, do you manage your continuous working capital for your business? I think this question is with everyone here. Yes?
अभिषेक सर ने स्टार्ट किया तो अभिषेक खत्म करेगा. माय इंग्लिश इज नॉट एट गुड एट, ठीक है, तो बेयर विद मी. सर ने कहा जस्ट निक्षा में दूंगा. तो माय क्वेश्चन इज की एस्पेक्ट टू मैनेज कंटिन्यूअस वर्किंग कैपिटल फॉर ए बिजनेस एज एन एंटरप्रेन्योर. तो ये इसमें जो है उसमें महत्व के जो शब्द है वो है वर्किंग कैपिटल, राइट. उसमें भी दो वर्ड है, वर्किंग और कैपिटल. तो व्हाट डज इट मीन वर्किंग? बिजनेस में वर्किंग का मतलब क्या, राइट? वर्किंग का मतलब है एज सिंपल एज दैट. ज्यादा डिटेल में नहीं जाते. वर्किंग का मतलब है सेल्स. बिजनेस चलाने के लिए क्या करना होता है? सेल्स लाने के लिए क्या करना होता है? तो वो जो भी करना होता है वो करना पड़ेगा, राइट. देयर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स. डिटेल में सेल्स के लिए डिटेल में नहीं जाते. बहुत सारी चीजें कि सेल्स को कैसे जनरेट किया जाता है, राइट. सेल्स कैसे जनरेट होगा, यानी उसमें ये होगा कि आपको आपकी प्रोडक्ट लोगों के पास ले जानी पड़ेगी, और दूसरा ये है कि लोगों को आपके वहाँ पे बुलाना पड़ेगा. ये दो रास्ते, बहुत सारे रास्ते, लेकिन ये इट इज एज सिंपल एज दैट कि इट इज अ ट्रेडिशनल वे और यूनिक वे. ये दो चीज होनी चाहिए, ठीक है. जब इनकमिंग आता है उसको आउटगोइंग कैसे करना होता है, दैट इज द बिगेस्ट प्रॉब्लम. ये इंडस्ट्री में सब लोग पैसा डाल के बिजनेस स्टार्ट कर लेते हैं, लेकिन कैसे इसको मैनेज करना है वो बहुत सारे लोगों को नहीं पता है, राइट. ठीक है, इसीलिए 6 और 12 महीने में बहुत सारे रेस्टोरेंट बंद हो जाते हैं, राइट. तो इसके 7 स्टेप. आई कैन नॉट से स्टेप, इट इज अ प्रायोरिटी, राइट. इट इज अ प्रायोरिटी. कैश फ्लो को मैनेज करना आउटगोइंग में प्रायोरिटी है. इसमें पहला है पे योर बिल्स. फर्स्ट वन इज पे योर बिल्स. बिल्स मतलब नॉट योर पर्सनल बिल्स, राइट. आपके जो बिजनेस के जो बिल्स है, वो फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी में आता है, क्योंकि गैस होगा तो ही आपका बिजनेस चलेगा, राइट. इलेक्ट्रिसिटी होगा तो ही आपका बिजनेस रन होगा, राइट. दूसरा है एम्प्लॉय सैलरी. ये भी सही है. थर्ड वन इज रेंट और इंस्टॉलमेंट. आपका रेंट पे जगह ली हो तो रेंट है, और आपने खुद की परचेज जगह की हो तो इंस्टॉलमेंट है, राइट. 6 इज लोन रिपेमेंट. इफ यू हैव टेकन लोन और तो उसका रिपेमेंट शेड्यूल है वो टाइम से होना चाहिए. देन आफ्टर ये एज ए एंटरप्रेन्योर आई हैव लर्न कि इसके बाद जो कुछ बचता है तब आपकी बारी आती है, राइट. और जो 7 स्टेप जो बोले हैं वो ऐसा नहीं है कि इसको जगल करना है. 7 में स्टेप 36 स्टेप वाला लोन रिपेमेंट है उसको पहले करना है. इट इज लाइक दैट ओनली. उसी हिसाब से ही होता है, और ये राउंड द क्लॉक 365 डेज कंटिन्यू करना होता है. एज ए एंटरप्रेन्योर they say practice makes man perfect, but I have learned, I will say consistency makes a man perfect, right. So with that, thank you.
Ms. Shreya Patel, owner of Santa's Fast Food.
So proceeding to the further event, I would like to give a big round of applause for all our alumni who are going to be today's event organized. Thank you for making time to come, encourage and celebrate this milestone with MTAC team. It is a great to have you all to be able to acknowledge your accomplishments. I know many of them are from the first batch of MTAC as well. With this, we come to an end of tonight's certificate and memento distribution. I would request Chef Pradeep Dey to come on stage and say a few words on how he felt on the completion of his dreams decade.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Nice to see you all, old batch students. I'm so humbled today by everyone present here to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Manju's The Art of Cooking, MTAC, whose support played a very important role in the entire vision and execution of the event, along with the entire current student body who have been working day in, day out for last 15 days. Really, I saw them working so hard to make this event correct way. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Mittal Shah for standing and supporting MTC for last 10 years. Really, I'm so happy to see alumni presence here. All them nice to see after a long time, and it would not be possible if you would support MTC for last 10 years to be what we are doing now. At any cost, go ahead with the certification and the association part supports a lot. So that's what we are thinking to take this in a further. So really thankful to all of you who given their time here to support us. All right. I would like to call up on stage all my faculty body. Please come up on stage one by one. Mr. Ma'am first. I'm a faculty of double IHM for bakery part. So when I used to take it, he was always look up to me, you know. Now he got me and he said that no, I'll join you. Okay. Everyone, I wish for my convocating students best of luck for their future. Whatever the senior chefs are saying in the evening, just follow them. I believe in this. Learning is the only process can make you success. If you stop learning, you stop. Each breathing I learned from Pradeep sir. We had a personal discussion. The same story I already heard from you before. So don't stop learning. Do whatever and get it documented. I like this word. That also I learned from on big organization, my affiliation bodies, Indian Guilds. You know, they everything documented. That's why they are own 140 years old organization. I really like their way of working. Everything, each and every mail is been documented. Whatever my movement is documented. That is what the things you all should follow. Whatever your future thing, write it documented. Those who have worked with me, they know that how my documentation get it done. Everything. I remember, I told Kritika when my sweet class was happening and it was done by Halwai. So I told her that you mail me each and every step and document it. So that is the documentation you require, you know. That is what the industry all about. And chefs all have shared a very nice experience due to the bad time and the good time. So I request all the convocating students, please start working to our organization. Don't start your business now. You require some experience. As Gujarat has a trend of always doing the business, but you take some time, learn something. We spend in the industry 10 to 12 years. That's required. Then we have started something. So it's required. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, all the seniors.
Every event is incomplete without cutting a small cake. So we would like to have a small cake cutting ceremony. I would request all the guest of honors and faculty bodies to come on the stage.
I just want to say that today's cake is also a unique cake because we've not used anything new for our cake. Whatever dessert we've turned up with today, everything which went into the dessert has been made into the cake. So it is something which, whatever would have gone for scraps, was converted by chef into a beautiful cake.
Yeah, please come.